What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Icehouse. And we're back with the final tune on their 1982 album, Primitive Man. Once again, big shout out to Head Solo for making this available. And the final tune is Goodnight, Mr. Matthews. Well, I'm not Mr. Matthews, but the nominal convergence will be noted. Either way, I wonder whether it might make reference to a real person, historical or otherwise, or a cultural or popular figure. Either way, as with everything as we've gone through this album, I wonder whether it might relate specifically to Australian themes that will perhaps be a bit opaque to me on a first listen or without some information. So shout out to those who have steered my understanding in all manner of deep dives, not just with Icehouse. So once again, this is the final tune on the 1982 album Primitive Man, and it's called Goodnight, Mr. Matthews. Messed up. Cycling melody. It's cool. I don't know quite what to make of it. But yeah, I don't know. The sonics were fascinating. Again, the line, what was it, love with you or love for you is a fascination. I was amused by that line. But yeah, it sounds like someone who's made a mistake. It sounds like someone who is looking for forgiveness and would do almost anything to receive it. So it begs the question of what preceded the narrative we hear here, and it's perhaps telling that it seemed to focus more on getting back to that place with this other person. Although it sounds in another way like um, sort of cynical about the prospect. Either way, sonically, I like the like vintage '80s vibes. I reacted to in this same session the Spandau Ballet is True, and I don't know. It's like this was making me think a bit of that. It was making me think of Tears for Fears, like Head Over Heels. It had that kind of like quasi ballad '80s like classic feel to it. So again, never a group I had known. I doubt I had ever heard this, but it fit into a sound that I think of nostalgically, even if, again, as I said during the Spandau Ballet reaction, it was a sound aimed at a older crowd, or an older crowd than myself. But again, because I had an older sister and older brother, I think I was interested in music styles that were perhaps, again, aimed at an older audience at a younger age than maybe some other people. So, shout out to growing up in a musically diverse and literate household. Um, Either way, a cool record. As I said, a synth pop sound, going into it, that was my understanding, is that they were in like '80s group that sort of fit into that semantic phrase, and I would say that's true, but in ways that perhaps are different than a number of other groups, including a couple that I just mentioned. So yeah, a cool record. Shout out to them. I think this is the only record in there, so for the time being, this is the duration of the Icehouse deep dive. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed the record, Wombats notwithstanding. And either way, shout out to Han Solo and all the people sharing music with me in these various deep dives over the last year and a half. So, again, big ups to all of you. Let me know what you think of the tune. I will see you next time. Peace.